doing, everybody? Welcome back to Sick Eric Tech, and today we're going to be doing a video that I haven't done in quite some time, maybe not even at all, but we're going to be going on over what is on my daily phones. Now, I carry two phones with me. One is the Google Pixel 10 Pro that I've been having lately just because it's been eSIM, and it's a pain in the ass to keep switching back and forth. And my secondary phone is going to be my Galaxy S25 Ultra. Right now, I'm also using a OnePlus 13R, which I am currently doing a comparison with. That's what I'm recording with right now. And we're going to go on over what is on my phones as far as the launcher goes, what apps I'm using, what widgets I'm using, and things like that. So hopefully this video goes well. And thank you guys for joining me. If you're new here to Sick Eric Tech, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So let's get started. The Google Pixel 10 Pro I've been carrying around with me ever since launch. Great cameras, and it's a compact size, and it's not really the best when it comes down to computing raw performance power, but I like the cameras, and they zoom a lot better than the Galaxy S25 Ultra in my opinion. So let's go ahead and talk about what is on here. Pretty basic setup, not really anything to talk about. I am using Lawn Chair Launcher on here, so if we go ahead and go into settings, if we can go into home settings, I am using Launcher Beta 1. Excellent launcher, and this is a great alternative to the Google Pixel launcher. You could adjust anything you want on here when it comes down to your home screen, your icon shape. You could do system icons, you could do theming on here, you could do your dock. You could remove your search bar at the bottom of the dock, and you could remove your at-a-glance widget up top. And it's very, very nice to customize for the Pixel. Now on my Galaxy, I am running the regular One UI launcher over here, and I really don't use launchers on my Galaxies just because they are really good already. I really do like the Samsung One UI launcher. It does me good, and I like it. Both of these do have your Google feed off to the side, so that's also fantastic. And with good luck, you are able to customize your Galaxy just as much. Combined with good luck and everything, I'm okay with Samsung stock software on their devices. So as far as apps that I use on a daily basis, obviously for music, I really don't use much here. YouTube Music is my main music app on here. I use Audible a lot to do some books, and Amazon Music just because they do have high quality Ultra HD music on Amazon. Spotify, don't really use that much. I don't even know if I have a Spotify account. I probably do, but it's probably just a free one. And that's pretty much all I use for music. I'm constantly on YouTube Music and on Audible when it comes down to listening to music. So there's that. Of course, I have, your regular YouTube stuff over here. You got YouTube Studio. I use Power Director to edit all of my videos pretty much, and Canva to do my thumbnails on my channel. As far as music goes, I use Epidemic Music to use on my channel for all music options, which is actually quite cool. This is a monthly subscription that you can do, and all of this stuff is copyright free, and you're allowed to use on your channel just as long as you have a subscription to use Epidemic Music on there. Of course, I got the normal Google stuff over here. YouTube I use on a regular basis. Google Keep, I do notes for future videos for my devices, just to keep notes on like how many videos I want to do for a certain device. Or this note right here is John Candy Marathon that I'm trying to work on right now. State parks that I want to visit. Use Google Keep a lot over here when it comes down to that. It's very useful. If I'm doing a pros and cons, I make a list of pros and cons for a video, and I'll use this as a reference for that. So Google Keep, definitely really, really nice to use. As far as widgets go, this is a combination of One UI widgets, and over here it is a combination of Pixel widgets, but I'm using widgets called One UI Widgets, and these things are absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. I got this installed on 3 of my phones, and I love these widgets. They are pretty cool. I can't remember if these are free or not, but I will post links in the description down below for Lawn Chair and for One UI Widgets. That way you guys can go and check out. but you get a lot of different options, and all of these clocks and widgets look a lot better than the actual stock Samsung ones, which is kind of cool. And a lot of them look like Samsung widgets. That's why they call it One UI. You get a bunch of new stuff over here for battery, weather, etc. You got a lot of widgets, like 300 widgets that you can use over here. You got a lot of Google widgets that you can use, clock widgets, which are very, very nice and a lot more customizable and nicer than Samsung's widgets. As you can see right there, a lot of nice customizable clock widgets. One that I'm using recently is going to be a music widget that I have up here on my home screen. So if you tap on that, you could select your default music player and it will come up with music on there. So if I knock down the volume, and as you can see right there, if I hit play, it will show the artwork of whatever I am playing. So very nice. And then my clock widget over here, again, is going to be One UI Widgets. Weather is going to be the regular Samsung weather. I use this all the time, and I trust this more than I do my Google weather, which is absolutely crazy. I don't know what it is. I just like Samsung weather. And of course, you do have widgets for folders, so you could create set folders that are going to be like this. And I have all my apps on these photos. You can create up to 4 different apps on there, and you can just have them sprayed out on your lock screen, or on your screen, which is actually pretty cool. There's a default toggle mode, so you could put your phone on silent, do not disturb, just by a click of the button, and it actually works. As you can see right there, it is on silent now, and you just click on away, and it's easier than having to go in, swipe down, and then just click that to put your phone on silent. It's right on your home screen. So it's actually really cool, and these widgets are really, really nice. And like I said, I've been using them a lot on these devices. I got these installed on my OnePlus 13R as well, and they're really nice. They have a lot of weather widgets, a little bit simpler on the weather. When you click on it, it's not going to take you to a default weather page. It's just going to take you to their weather, which is really not very insightful, but it's just using the weather. On the Pixel, I do use Google Weather over here. And that is pretty much my setup over here on these devices. And like I said, these are my 2 main drivers. I mainly use the Galaxy S25 for productivity. You know, it's got the S Pen on there. You can use it, you know, to sign documents. I'm editing resumes all the time on here. And this is my productivity powerhouse. I use this to record video, to edit video using Power Director, and it works great for me. And I use this phone for my productivity. If I go out on a trip or something, I'm usually taking the Galaxy S25 Ultra just because it's bigger, you know, better cameras and better battery life too. So if I go out on a trip, I take this one. But recently I have been carrying both of these devices with me, and that is pretty much what is on my phones. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Links for One UI Widgets, Lawn Chair will be in the description down below if you want to go check those out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.